गुरु रूप संगत जी आरती ले लीजिए। नमस्ते सत श्री अकाल गुरु जी साध संगत जी जी आया नू अज दा हुक्मनामा दरबार साहब सोरठ महला तीजा कर पहला एक ओंकार सतगुर प्रसाद। सेवक सेव करे सब तेरी जिन शब्द साध आया, गुर किरपा ते निर्मल होआ जिन विचों आप गवाया। अंदिन गुण गावो नित साचे गुर के शब्द सुहाया। व्याख्या हे प्रभु तेरे जिन्हां सेवकां नूं गुरु दे शब्द दा रस आ जांदा है, ਉਹੀ ਸਾਰੇ ਤੇਰੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਭਗਤੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਨ। हे ਭਾਈ, ਜਿਸ ਮਨੁੱਖ ਨੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਦੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਨਾਲ ਆਪਣੇ ਅੰਦਰੋਂ ਆਪਾ ਭਾਵ ਦੂਰ ਕਰ ਲਿਆ ਹੈ, ਉਹ ਪਵਿੱਤਰ ਜੀਵਨ ਵਾਲਾ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ। ਜਿਹੜੇ ਮਨੁੱਖ ਗੁਰੂ ਦੇ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਵਿੱਚ ਜੁੜ ਕੇ ਹਰ ਵੇਲੇ ਸਦਾ ਥਿਰ ਪ੍ਰਭੂ ਦੇ ਗੁਣ ਗਾਉਂਦੇ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਹਨ, ਉਹ ਸੋਹਣੇ ਜੀਵਨ ਵਾਲੇ ਬਣ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਹਨ। बेअंत बेअंत शुक्राना गुरु जी महाराज, बेअंत शुक्राना। आपकी कृपा का प्रसाद है कि हम आपके साथ साध संगत के साथ बैठकर नाम ले सकते हैं। आप ही की कृपा है कि हम आपका गुणगान सुन सकते हैं और कर सकते हैं। आज आपने रितु सेठ आंटी को चुना है कि वो हम सबके साथ आपकी ब्लेसिंग्स को शेयर करें। With folded hands and bowed head, I request Ritu Aunty कि वो अपने आप को अनम्यूट करके गुरु महाराज की ब्लेसिंग्स हम सबके साथ शेयर करें।
जय गुरुजी, जय जय गुरुजी। गुरुजी के चरणों में कोटि कोटि प्रणाम। संगत जी को तहे दिल नमस्ते, तहे दिल प्रणाम। गुरुजी रब है, ईश्वर है, महादेव है। Everything rolled into one is our beloved गुरुजी। जिन्ना शुक्राना करो उन्ना घट है। गुरुजी जो गलतियां हुई, जो त्रुटियां हुई, मैनू माफ कर देना। संगत जी, please forgive me for all the mistakes that I make. श्वास श्वास, every second of my life is my Guruji's blessing to me and to my family. He called me to him. It was 2004 or 5, 4th or 5th of March. But जिस तरह गुरुजी कहंदे सी, ना कोई पुरानी संगत, ना कोई नई संगत। साडी journey starts with him जन्मों से। मैं सुबोध अंकल, आंटी सबका शुक्राना करती हूँ। गुरुजी का शुक्राना अगेन। बड़े मंदिर मैनेजमेंट, गौरव जी का शुक्राना for giving me this platform to share Guruji's महिमा। कहंदे ने जेड़ा जो गुरुजी दी दा सत्संग करदा है, नाले जो गुरुजी दा सत्संग सुनदा है, everybody सब दा कल्याण हो जांदा है। I hope anyone, someone, किसी ਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਫਾਇਦਾ ਹੋਏ। ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਵਿੱਚ, ਗੁਰਜੀ ਦੇ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਵਿੱਚ, ਗੁਰਜੀ ਦੇ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਵਿੱਚ, ਗੁਰਜੀ ਦੇ ਸਤਸੰਗ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਭ ਕੁਝ ਮਿਲ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ। डायरेक्ट कनेक्शन, we don't need anyone to, it is direct connection। गुरुजी के स्वरूप में तो गुरुजी साक्षात रहते हैं। Every second he is there with us। The more we surrender to him, the more we completely and totally believe in him, the more beautiful our journey। On Guruji's birthday, on Purnima, 2-2.5 साल कोविड के बाद बड़ा मंदिर was in full flow। इन्ना beautifully सारी संगत आ रखी सी। We are totally blessed। असी माता ते जानते ने, सब जगह जानते ने, किन्ना भी ਇੰਨੀ ਔਖੀ ਜਰਨੀਜ਼ ਕਰਕੇ we reached there. We are totally blessed ਕਿ ਇੱਥੇ ਛਤਰਪੁਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਮੰਦਿਰ 11 ਜੋਤੀਆਂ ਦੀ ਸ਼ਕਤੀ ਹੈਗੀ। ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਇਹੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਸੀ that everything is there. ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਲੰਗਰ ਵਿੱਚ health, wealth, happiness, relationship ਸਭ ਕੁਝ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਲੰਗਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਮਿਲ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ। ਬੜੇ ਮੰਦਿਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਭ ਕੁਝ, ਜਲ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਵਿੱਚ everything we get there. And after so many years, 2-2.5 ਸਾਲ ਖੁੱਲਣ ਦੇ ਬਾਅਦ ਇਸ ਵਾਰ ਇੰਨਾ ਸਕੂਨ ਮਿਲਾ, ਇੰਨੀ ਮਿਹਰ ਬਰਸੀ ਰੱਬ ਨੇ। ਕਿੱਥੋਂ ਕਿੱਥੋਂ ਲੋਕੀ ਆਏ ਸਾਡੇ ਰੱਬ ਦੇ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਕਰਨ ਵਾਸਤੇ। ਇੰਨਾ ਬਿਊਟੀਫੁਲੀ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਲੰਗਰ ਮਿਲਾ, ਜਲ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਮਿਲਾ। ਸ਼ੁਕਰਾਨਾ ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ, ਸ਼ੁਕਰਾਨਾ ਮੈਨੇਜਮੈਂਟ ਦਾ, ਸ਼ੁਕਰਾਨਾ ਸੇਵਾਦਾਰ ਦਾ, ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਇੰਨੀ ਹਿਊਮਿਡਿਟੀ ਤੇ ਗਰਮੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਡੀ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਕੀਤੀ। ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ। ਜਲ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਤੋਂ ਇੱਕ ਛੋਟਾ ਜਿਹਾ, ਬਿਫੋਰ ਆਈ ਗੋ ਫਰਦਰ, ਮੇਰੇ ਕੋਲ so that we don't slip up, ਇੱਕ ਛੋਟਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਸਤਸੰਗ ਸ਼ੇਅਰ। ਛੋਟਾ ਤਾਂ ਕੋਈ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ, ਰੱਬ ਦੀ ਦਰਗਾਹ ਇਸ ਤੇ ਸਭ ਕੁਝ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਵੱਡਾ ਹੈ। ਇੱਕ ਸਤਸੰਗ ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹਾਂਗੀ। So I had dengue about 4 years back, 3 years back, and I was admitted in Max Hospital. ਤੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਉੱਥੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਡੇਂਗੂ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਰੇ ਬਲੱਡ ਕਾਊਂਟਸ ਵਗੈਰਾ ਸਭ ਕੁਝ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਅਜੀਬ ਜਿਹਾ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ। ਐਂਡ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਤਾਕਤ ਨਹੀਂ, ਕੁਛ ਨਹੀਂ। ਤੇ ਡਾਕਟਰਸ ਆਏ, ਮਾਈ ਸਨ ਵਾਸ ਵਿਦ ਮੀ, ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਅੱਛੀ ਪਿਕਚਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਦਿੱਤੀ। ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ, ਮੈਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਨੂੰ ਦਰਖਾਸਤ ਲਾਈ। ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਇਹ ਕੀ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਮੈਨੂੰ। ਸੋ ਦੈਟ ਨਾਈਟ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਨਾ, ਜਬ ਰੱਬ ਡ੍ਰੀਮ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਨੇ ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਸਾਖਸ਼ਾਤ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਹੈ, ਉਹ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ। ਜਲ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਦਾ ਮੈਂ ਇੱਕ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੀ ਹਾਂ ਇੱਥੇ। ਸੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਸ਼ੋਡ ਬੜਾ ਮੰਦਿਰ, ਉੱਪਰ ਇੰਨੀ ਵੱਡੀ ਸ਼ਿਵਲਿੰਗ ਹੈ, ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਅਮਰਨਾਥ ਜਾਓ। My husband used to fly helicopters there. ਮੈਂ ਤੇ ਗਈ ਸੀ ਕਈ ਵਾਰ। First time I went there, I was hardly 9 years of age. And ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਉਹੀ ਸਾਈਜ਼ ਸ਼ਿਵਲਿੰਗ ਦਾ ਇੰਨਾ ਵੱਡਾ ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਬੜੇ ਮੰਦਿਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੈਗਾ। ਐਂਡ ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਬੜੇ ਮੰਦਿਰ ਦਿਖਾਇਆ। ਐਂਡ ऊपर तो जिस तरह शिव जी के जटा में गंगा होती है, गुरु जी तो साक्षात शिव जी है, महादेव है। शुक्राना गुरु जी की, आपने हम सबको अपना परिवार बनाया है। थैंक यू गुरु जी, अपने चरणों में लिया है। एंड देन ही शोड कि ऊपर शिवलिंग, पहले तो आसपास सारे घी प्रसाद लगे होता है। देन ही शोड इंज शिवलिंग खुलता है। शिवलिंग जब खुलता है तो उतो पूरी नदी बहती है, पूरा अमृत बरसता है, जिस तरह गंगा निकलती है। ब्यूटिफुल। एंड देन ही इज टेलिंग मी, एंड लाखों दी तादाद विच इंज गुरु जी कहंदे मैनू, रितु आंटी अमृत पी। एंड ਇਹ ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਝ ਡ੍ਰੀਮ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੈਗਾ। when I'm in the hospital admitted there, and ਇੰਜ ਅਸੀਂ ਹੱਥ ਇੰਜ ਕਰਕੇ ਨਾ, ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਨਲਕੇ ਤੋਂ ਪਾਣੀ ਪੀਦਾ ਹੈ ਬਿਨਾਂ ਗਲਾਸ ਤੋਂ, ਇੰਜ ਹੱਥ ਕਰਕੇ, ਤੇ ਲੱਖੋਂ ਦੀ ਤਾਦਾਦ ਵਿੱਚ ਸੰਗਤ ਇੰਜ ਪੀ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ। ਤੇ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਕਿ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਪੀ, ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਉਧਰ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਪੀਂਦੀ ਹਾਂ। ਐਂਡ next day when the doctors came, they told my son, you can take your mother home. So what I was saying, trying to say is कि गुरु जी के जल प्रसाद, लंगर प्रसाद, हर चीज में मतलब वो पूरा अमृत है। and उस अमृत नाल उन्होंने, डॉक्टर्स had given a very bleak picture जब शामी 9 बजे भी आई सी। सवेरे मैनू कहंदे कि I can go home by 11 o'clock, शुक्राना गुरुजी, जय गुरुजी, जय गुरुजी। गुरुजी को कुछ मंगन दी लोड़ ही नहीं है, आपे सारा कुछ कर देने, सारा कुछ कर देने। You know, I'll just share a small thing. Long time back, shortly after I lost my husband, Guruji gave me darshan and he asked me, he said, Ritu auntie, what do you want? Exact these words. ਜਿਹੜਾ ਬੜੇ ਮੰਦਿਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਰੂਪ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਲੈਫਟ ਸਾਈਡ ਵਾਲਾ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਬਲੂ ਤੇ ਬਲੈਕ ਚੋਲਾ ਹੈਗਾ, ਸਾਖਸ਼ਾਤ ਉਸੇ ਚੋਲੇ ਚ he gave darshan to me and he said, what do you want? I just looked at him. I didn't know what I want because I was speechless. The thought in my mind, because Guruji te rab hai, the thought in my mind was, how do I know what I want? I don't know what is good for me. You do whatever. You have to decide what is good for me, how you have to take my journey forward. From then to now, this is the exact telepathy. We spoke in telepathy. Guruji कहते सी ना मेरे नाल telepathy च गल करो. Say, he did not. He just asked. He asked, and telepathically I answered. उस दिन तो लेके आज तक he has left no void. And you know, कहते ना जब गुरुजी दर्शन देते हैं, ड्रीम विच आंदे हैं, it is you know, absolutely his sakshat darshan. So once it was an all-time low in my life. जब ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਦਿੱਤੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ, say I'd written a book, The Art of Staying Young, and in that book I had mentioned you know, like olive oil and things like that. ਤੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ because ਗੁਰੂ ਤੇ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਦਿੱਤੇ ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕਿਹਾ, and he is giving, I'm standing in front of him and my hands are, you know, मैं तो कुछ काम कर दी नहीं, जब देखो गुरुजी के सामने झोली फैला के खड़ी रहती हूँ. So my hands are like this and he's saying ये बहुत सूख गई है, no olive oil दो, and he's laughing and smiling at me, and that what he meant was, you know, that okay, give her riches of life, and we are the richest because he is with us, you see. That was such a beautiful divine darshan that he gave to me. And then like that there have been so many, you know, so when he first met me, I can't say he called me because we don't have, hamari auqat nahi hai to say, you know, I went to Guruji. No. So when he called me to him, and my friend, she said, we went to Empire Estate. My friend, she's telling me, she's saying, he is my guru. We went there in the evening, and when she had said she'll come to pick me up, I thought she'll come to pick me up. Swere aayegi. I will see you tomorrow at 7 o'clock. मैं कहा जी ठीक है. So when she was leaving at night, I said, okay, see you in the morning at 7. She said, not in the morning, in the evening. मैं थोड़ी हैरान रह गई because ਅਸੀਂ ਤੇ we are used to seeing ਗੁਰੂਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਸ਼ਾਮੀ ਮਿਲੀਦਾ ਹੈ, ਸਵੇਰੇ ਮਿਲੀਦਾ ਹੈ, ਸੌਰੀ, ਗੁਰੂਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਵੇਰੇ ਮਿਲੀਦਾ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਨਾਲੇ ਸ਼ਾਮੀ ਤੇ ਜਾਏ, you know, ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਰਸਕ ਵੈਰਾਗੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਸੀ. He wanted we should finish all our work, etc., everything, because work is very important. And then we would sit with him in the evening. So she said, I'll come and pick you up. She came in the evening to pick me up. And when she picked me up in the evening, we went there. Guruji was sitting on that sideboard, alti palti, wearing drain pipes, Punjabi style, half bush shirt. And my friend, she said, he is my guru. I looked at him. He is so handsome, so dynamic, so beautiful. In a aura, in a मतलब इस तरह दी मतलब never seen. Naturally ਰੱਬ ਹੈ, ਰੱਬ ਨੂੰ ਥੋੜੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਸੀ ਕਦੇ ਮਤਲਬ ਕਿਸਮਤ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਰੱਬ ਨੂੰ ਮਤਲਬ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਮਿਹਰ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਦਿੱਤੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਕੋਲ ਬੁਲਾਇਆ. And he is so young and I'm just seeing him, you know, mesmerized. Suddenly Sangat ji, he looked up and ਜਿਹੜੀ ਨਜ਼ਰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਪਾਈ ਇੱਕਦਮ ਆਰ ਪਾਰ, एकदम आर पार. मेरे रोंगटे खड़े हो गए, मेरे रोंगटे एकदम खड़े हो गए because I felt as if he knows every secret of mine in life, every dirty little secret. And I was, you know, जैसे very confused and very मतलब very disturbed by his that look. And it was naturally because Radhe Shivji ji, he has the third eye. And then he just gave ishara like this to send me in. After a while, Sangat ji, he Om Namah Shivaya shuru hua. मैं 9 साल दी सी जब मैं पहली बार 8-9 साल दी सी when I had trekked up to Amarnath. And I started fasting when I was just about 13. जन्मों का साथ होता है इनके साथ. So he came there. He had changed into very, very divine robes, beautiful robes. As a small child, I had seen Gogia Pasha come to my father's second 9 Gorkha regiment. And so when I looked at him dressed up like this, I said, he's looking like, in my mind, I soch aayi that he's looking like Gogia Pasha. ऐसे पूरी दुनिया को ही घुमा देंगे. This is the thought I had, Sangat ji. We are, you know, humans with very little brain. And we cannot, you know, our thought process is so wonky at times. तो मैं सोचा मैं क्या ऐसे he's looking like Gogia Pasha. ऐसे पूरी दुनिया हिला देंगे. आए दुनिया हिलाने के लिए थी. रब थे. He had come to completely and totally change everybody's lives. The Guruji the, and after that, it was so beautiful. He came, he spoke to me, he gave a blessing beyond imagination. And he asked me, he said, Na kiye, main kya Ritu. And then Ritu kaun cheti bol? Main kya Ritu Seth. Then a daughter of Colonel Roshanlal, daughter-in-law of Major Deenanath Seth, wife of Colonel Ashok Seth. And karke main kya. And see Sangat ji, after he left his chola, he again gave me darshan. And when he gave me darshan, because he was just correlating, Guruji authenticates in a very beautiful manner. And in that, he showed that there is a beautiful cave. In that dream, there is a mountain, ek pahad hai gaya, cave हैगा. Cave ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਦ ਮੈਂ ਅੰਦਰ ਜਾਨੀ ਆ ਤੇ behind a table Guruji comes out. ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਹੱਥ ਵਿੱਚ ਨਾ ਇੱਕ ਲੰਬੀ ਜੀ ਡਾਇਰੀ ਹੈ. ਇਹ ਸਾਰਾ Guruji ਇੱਕ ਡ੍ਰੀਮ ਵਿੱਚ ਵਿਖਾਉਂਦੇ ਨੇ. ਲੰਬੀ ਜੀ ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਜਦ ਅਸੀਂ you know when we die we go to ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਜਾਈਦਾ ਨਾ ਹਰਿਦੁਆਰ ਜਾਈਦਾ ਹੈ and ਕੁਰੂਕਸ਼ੇਤਰ ਵਗੈਰਾ ਇੰਨੀ ਲੰਬੀ ਡਾਇਰੀ ਨਿਕਾਲਦੇ ਨੇ ਨਾ ਰਿਕਾਰਡ ਦੀ. तो इतनी लंबी डायरी लेके गुरुजी came smiling from behind the table and he looked at me and he gave me a very beautiful smile and he was looking so divine. Sangat ji is looking so divine. He is divine, he is divinity, he is God, he is Rab, he is Ishwar, he is everything rolled into one. So he came and he said and he's opening the diary like this aisa koi dream vich ho raha hai. He's opening the diary like this and he's looking at me. I saying, na kiye. Main kya Ritu. Kende, cheti bol. So it was his way of correlating his first meeting with me to in the dream. And he's saying, na kiye. Main kya Ritu. Kende, cheti bol. Main kya Ritu Seth. the daughter of same thing, and then he just beautifully, and then ghantiya baj rahi hain piche, beautiful mountains at the back. He takes a OE pen de naal leke lambi ji ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਹੱਥ ਚ like pen oblique pencil ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ, ਇਹ ਸਭ ਕੁਝ dream ਵਿੱਚ ਹੈਗਾ. And there is a mountain at the back, and he sketches a beautiful very beautiful house for me. He sketched over there. So this was his again his way of authenticating, correlating. Shukrana Guruji, Shukrana Guruji. I can never thank you enough, Mere Rabba. So then I want to just share another. And he did our Gur Parivar is very important for us. He gave, he will, because as life will go along, we realize that this family that he has made for us is his blessing and grace to us. Guruji, he never gave lectures, no pravachan, nothing. Shabad Kirtan apa sunida. Oi apa aj bhi karida hai. Shabad Kirtan suno, dhyan lao. Te onna da prasad pao. Say, in 2010, November it was, I had just lost my mother. And when my mother was to die, she died on a Tuesday morning. I won't say she died, I'll say he took her, because he had told me, he came to me in, I think it was 16th or 19th January 2010, my mother had passed out, and it was a Saturday prior to 19th January, that Friday, Thursday, Friday, we used to go for Seva. Every day, Guruji used to call us to Bada Mandir. So my son and I, we used to go there. That day when I slept, he told me, he said, Ritu, Aunty, I'm going to take your mother. So I told my sisters, I said, you can't tell everybody that, okay, ki Guruji, she's not going to live or anything. Because Guruji has given us all our own independent connections with him. So I just told them, I said, why don't we all get together and stay with Mummy, because, she's not well. And sure enough, on Saturday morning, I had gone to Bada Mandir. I had got Laddu Prasad from there. I gave her that. And after that, she went off into coma. And on Tuesday morning, early in the morning, he came at about 5:45, and he said, in full splendor, and he said, I have come to take your mother. So it is, it was, I think, November. No, sorry. After that, yes, it was around October, November that, I used to go to the gym. I've basically been an athlete and a sports person. And so when I used to go to the gym, and when I'd go on the treadmill, I used to find it difficult to mere ko speed na badi jaye. पहले मैं आई केम डाउन 8-7, फिर 2-3 तो मेरे को ट्रेडमिल दी स्पीड ना बढ़ी जाए, बिकॉज मेरे घुटने दे पिछे इन्नी जोर दी एक्सक्रूशिएटिंग पेन होंदी सी. फिर इट वाज जब मैं बड़ा मंदिर गई ते सिजदा करन वक्त मैं सिजदा करन दे वक्त भी मैनू इन्नी दर्द हुई ते मैं I just looked at his like I was telling, I said he resides in his swaroop. ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲ ਕਰੋ ਤੇ there is always, his answer is always there. He always connects. Shukrana Guruji. Jai Guruji. So I bent down and sijda kita te main ਇਹਨਾਂ ਕੋਲੋਂ ਪੁੱਛਿਆ, ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ Guruji, what's wrong with me? I can't even do sijda aram nal. That night he gave me darshan and he showed me. So I was sleeping, and Guruji came out from, there was a beautiful mountain. He came out from behind that. And he is wearing shwet kapde paisi unhone. And he had a beautiful smile on his face, which is just divine, which we see in all his swaroops, beautiful. And I think through his smile, he teaches us all to always keep smiling and inni ki raza mein hum razi. That's what he wants. That's my reading of his smile. So he came out from behind the mountain and I'm standing there. So one knee is sleeping, one knee is standing, then one knee is showing horizontally. And in that horizontal knee, he's showing that there is infection behind my knees. This was around 8th of November. So from 8th November till about I'll repeat, another langar prasad is sab kuch hota hai. And from 8th November, every single day, dopair vele, raat vele, I used to get invitation for Guruji's Satsang. I was given seva, and he would, at every instance, कभी बड़े मंदिर में सेवा मिलनी, कभी और बड़े मंदिर रोज बुला लेना लंगर के लिए, सेवा के लिए, देन किसी के घर सत्संग है उसके लिए, लंगर के लिए, सेवा के लिए. इट वाज अ कांस्टेंट थिंग एवरी सिंगल डे. दैट्स ऑल आई वाज डूइंग. संगत जी, कुछ और मैं कुछ नहीं कम कर रही थी. My son is running a real estate roots reality which Guruji set up for us in 2010, and there also I would jana 5 minute behna the, I would go off for my satsang. And Sangat ji, by about March, I was again, my speed had gone up. The pain all seemed to have vanished. And everything seemed to be getting. And by April, I was bilkul takatak, back to normal. I didn't go to any doctor. Guruji was my doctor. And I nahi pura theek kita mainu. Yes, another langar de ik grai vi nahi chhadi da. Health, wealth, happiness, relationships, सब कुछ मिलता है ना दे लंगर, सब कुछ. It was absolutely, मतलब मैं जितना शुक्र करूं उतना काट है, because the infections that he has shown me in my body was something very scary. But yet, not for an instance, कल जैसे Guruji makes us read the Shiv Puran. So Dr. Neelam Aunty was reading, and कितने beautifully उन्होंने बोला, ददीजी had been blessed by Lord Shiva. तो जब शिवजी जी के जो भक्त होते हैं वो तो कभी किसी चीज से डरते ही नहीं है. I knew कि जो भी कुछ है, he will sort it out, and he did. ते ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਜਰਨੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ, it is so beautiful that and every single instance, every single day, and Guruji used to bless the one day, one of our officers from our regiment, Colonel Shamsher. I met him after a long time. And my husband had commanded 26 AD. So this guy is also from 26 AD. And he had put on weight and was not able to stand upright. So I asked him, I said, what happened to you? And when my husband was commanding, he used to play football, etc. So I asked him, what happened? He said, ma'am, in the Oprakshak engine, jo 20 foot to khai gir gaya si. So I said, okay, come along with me to my Guruji. He will, take care of you. And I took him to Bada Mandir. And I'm just thinking, I said, and I sochna hai that, ma'am sati aa gayi hai ki, I'll say it is no more, that she's going to, but I think out of politeness, it was that he came with me to my Guruji. And Guruji, de kol, कोई बिना इन्ना दी इजाजत ते बिना आ नहीं सकता, पत्ता भी नहीं फटकता इन्ना दी इजाजत बिना. Nothing happens in Bada Mandir without his ijazat. Be it seva, be it meva, everything is only his and his grace, completely and totally Sangaji. So when we entered, who do I see samne? I see we entered Matha Tekod, we had Chai Prasad, and we went out. Now he could officer could barely, fold his knees, etc. Today he sits very comfortably, alti palti, and in Guruji's darbar. He, his wife, and his son Shivam all are Guruji's bhakts now. And when he came out, he's Samne, who do I see? I see Colonel Joshi. Very happy I am, because Colonel Joshi had been with Guruji for a long time, and Joshi aunty te ਉਹ ਗੁਰਜੀ ਤੇ ਲੰਗਰ ਬਣਾਉਂਦੇ ਸੀ ਤੇ मैं जोशी अंकल ਨੂੰ ਕਿਹਾ, ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ Colonel Joshi, this is Colonel Shamsher from our regiment, please tell him about Guruji. ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਥੋੜੀ ਜਿਹੀ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਕੋਲੋਂ ਨਾ ਥੋੜਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਦੂਰ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਬਹਿ ਗਈ. I think this was 2011, if I clearly remember, not very sure about it. तो मैं थोड़ा जिहा दूर जाके बह गई, because I had just lost so many people in my life and I was not too happy about it. They, I let them both, made Colonel Shamsher sit with Colonel Joshi. The Colonel Joshi says, Guruji used to bless the army officers the fastest. And satsang start kita with Colonel Shamsher. The line मैं सुन लेती तो मैं, as I was walking a little away, I wanted to sit just with Guruji alone. So just this question arose in my mind: Guruji, do you also bless the army officers' widows? संगत जी, ਇਹ ਸਵਾਲ ਮੇਰੇ ਮਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਉੱਠਾ, ਨਾ ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਕਰਨਲ ਜੋਸ਼ੀ ਨੂੰ ਕਿਹਾ, ਨਾ ਮੈਂ ਕਰਨਲ ਸ਼ਮਸ਼ੇਰ ਨੂੰ ਕਿਹਾ. ਇਹ ਦੂਰ ਬਹਿ ਕੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਮਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਉੱਠਾ, ਸਵਾਲ ਉੱਠਾ. ਮੈਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਿਹਾ, ਮੈਂ ਤੇ ਕੱਲੀ ਬੈਠੀ ਸੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ. ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਰੱਬ ਹੈ, ਈਸ਼ਵਰ ਹੈ. That day, as I was that night when I was sleeping, I get a call. First he shows me in the dream, he showed कि मैं श्रीनगर officers mess ਵਿੱਚ ਹੈਗੀ ਹਾਂ. ਤੇ ਉੱਥੇ couple of our army officers from aviation as well as AD, these officers are there, General Handa, ये सब है, and Sandeep Bhala, and few officers are there, and I'm sitting there wearing, wearing a kamarband, and I'm just sitting there. He just shows this is all in a dream that he's showing to me, okay? And my husband's medals are in my hand. ये सारा दिखा रहे हैं, सारा सिर्फ ड्रीम पे दिखा रहे हैं. And dream over, I get a call from one of our ex-officers, Brigadier Sandeep Bhala, who has also been to Guruji and has got a lot of blessings from him. And he calls me at 5:15 in the morning. So my son, he was not married that time, he was sleeping in my room. So he's asking me, he said, "Ma, who's calling you so early in the morning?" And I see the phone, I see Sandeep Bhala, Srinagar. And he calls and he says, "Good morning, ma'am." I said, "Good morning." He said, "Ma'am, I do not know what your question or dilemma is." Sangat ji ਧਿਆਨ ਨਾਲ ਸੁਣਨਾ. He ਕਹਿੰਦਾ, "I do not know what your question or dilemma is." Because ਮੈਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਉਹ question ਤੇ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ, that do you also bless army officers widows? ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ ਪੁੱਛਿਆ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ, ਤੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਮਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਵਾਲ ਉੱਠਾ ਸੀ. And he says, "Do not know what your question or dilemma is, but your Baba," he calls Guruji your Baba, because he Bhala was an ardent Sai Baba Bhakt, and of course now he goes to Guruji. And so he says, "Your Baba came to me at about 3 in the morning, and he has asked me to ring you up and tell you that the answer is a big yes. The answer is a big yes." जय गुरुजी, शुक्राना गुरुजी. मतलब रब दी मेहर वेखो. He the question arose and he gave the answer, and look at how he authenticated in every whatever way. His ways are amazing. And Enanal, just when we are just talking about the army, so there is again one of our own 26 AD officers, and the vice name is Urmi Yadav. They were posted here in Delhi, and Brigadier Subhash Yadav, he was posted here, and one of my Guru Sangat friend Rekha Aunty was having Guruji Sangat in one of the banquet halls near Shivji ji ki jo murti hai badi si on the highway. ਤੇ ਜਦ ਮੈਂ ਜਾ ਰਹੀ ਸੀ ਤੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਸ਼ਾਮ ਤੋਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਸ਼ਾਮ ਦਾ ਸਤਸੰਗ ਸੀ, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਦੁਪਹਿਰ ਵੇਲੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ bring pratibha to me. I didn't understand bring pratibha to me. Then it struck me, so I rang up my friend Urmi and I told her, I told her about Guruji, and I told her, I said aise hai, and he has asked me to bring pratibha to him. So I went to the camp, picked up pratibha on the way, and then from Shankar Vihar, I picked up Pratibha, and then we went for Guruji Sangat. And the way Guruji blessed that girl from where to where to where. And मतलब हर वेले जिन्ना भी इन्ना दा शुकराना करो. And Guruji used to say ना, एक बंदा भी फैमिली दा जुड़ जाए ते सारे परिवार नु Guruji bless कर देंदे ने. ते it is amazing how he takes care, how he blessed this child. And of course now even the mother, father sab jande ne Guruji nu, te mande vi ne. And recently she called me to tell me that Guruji had given her beautiful darshan and in her dream. So that was again Guruji blessing. Now so I'll share a small satsang about my son's marriage, Sangaji. So I was on the thinking that I'm an army officer, so a wife, so I must army officer's daughter-in-law te main te koi fauji parivar di kudi apne ghar leke aani hai. So I was looking around, and suddenly, like I was saying, I said when Guruji had given me darshan long time back, he had said, what do you want? We do not know what is good or what is right for us. It is only he who knows what is good and right and healthy for us, and in the long run what is going to benefit us. So he showed मैं सारे ऐसे BSF army सारे इधर ही कुड़ियां देख रही सी. Then he gave me beautiful darshan. He showed a huge shivling and he told me, he said ladki Punjab ki hai. And I was on the so there was this girl, and she would call me in the mornings, and I somehow liked her, and she was quite friendly to me, and she was working with my son, just picked up a job. And so she I asked her when she rang me up around 9:30. I asked her, I said, where are you from? Because Guruji had showed that evening that ladki Punjab ki hai. So I asked her, I said, where are you from? She said, my parents are from Karnal. So I thought, oh, achha, this is wrong number. Then I need to look for some other girl, because Guruji ne dream which inni vaddi shivling, inna beautiful shivling dikhaya si te nale kya si, इंज करके एक संगत को लो, आंटी को लो कि ये लड़की पंजाब दी है, इंज दिखाया. तो that evening, that night again, I just thought, I said, ये गलत number है, होना, I have to look somewhere else. So he came and he told me, Guruji said, ਇਹਦੇ ਕੋਲ ਪੁੱਛ, ਇਹਦਾ ਪੁਸ਼ਤਾਨਾ ਕਿੱਥੋਂ ਹੈ. So I told her, I asked her. Next morning again, 9:15, she would ring me up. I said, बेटे आपका पुश्ताना कहाँ से है? So she said, we are from my Dadaji is from a village near some Sangrur, Sarur, इस तरह दी जगह है, near Patiala. So she said, my Dadaji and my Tau Chacha are all from near Patiala, the village near Patiala. Sangat ji, how? I was telling you, na, किस तरह गुरुजी कहते हैं ना, की चाहिए, what do you want? So we don't even know. Little did I ever think, that a girl from totally an agricultural background would enter my household, and from where? and that too after my husband is no more, and nor are my parents, nor are my in-laws, and kahan se aayi. So Guruji, and he had given darshan to me once when I was asking him, why so many people died, etc. So I was very little, I was cut up. So he had given darshan and he told me, he said, Ritu auntie, nothing happens by chance. Everything is predestined and preordained. Even agar aj Subodh uncle Shukrana, he has asked me to do Guruji's Mahima, Guruji ka Adesh hai. And तो ये भी इन्हीं की इजाजत से है, इन्हीं के, like I was telling you, पत्ता भी नहीं फटकदा इन्हां दी इजाजत बिना. And it was so beautiful. So and then when she told me, then again I was a little confused. So then he showed a beautiful मतलब साढ़े ते we are so thick brained, and we don't realize what he's what where is which way I should move एक ते, because so many people had died and I myself was so young and I didn't understand कि मैं केड़े पासे जावां की करना की है मैनू. So he has actually handheld me. He has actually he not has hand he hand holds me and is taking me through my journey. And it was so beautiful. That night he showed a very, very beautiful dream. He showed that he is driving my cart, and he said so. So there's this like a golf cart. Guruji is driving the golf cart and I'm sitting behind on a pori piche, that seat at the back, and I'm sitting here. And then he shows me piche, and he shows this girl, she's holding my son's hand. And clearly then he shows me her face, because like whatever like I was just saying, I said Sanu to samajh hi nahi hai ki what is it that I'm supposed to, which way, what is my direction, where do I go. And so he is hand holding me and he's showing me that this is the girl, and he's telling me, he says, because I used to always pray that give me a girl who will love both my son and me, because a very small family was left and I wanted that the family to stay united and together. ਤੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ, and in the dream he's telling me, he said, why is your speed so slow? I'm driving your cart. Guruji is turning back like this and looking at me. ਤੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕਹਿ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ, why is your speed so slow? I'm driving your cart. She loves you a lot. These are my Guru's words to me. And Sangat ji, inni vadi grace, it is a grace beyond imagination. It is a grace beyond imagination. Aj de time te to have this kind of a relationship with a daughter-in-law, and he is because he did, I was, like I told you, I was not able to understand ki kede paase jana hai, ki karna hai, everything. And look at the way he hand holds me and he tells me, she loves you a lot, why is your speed so slow? And he's showing me this girl is holding my son's hand, which meant that okay, this is the way we go ahead. And then he's telling me in the dream, वो कहते हैं, like he's telling me, he said that what I have to call her, and he's saying, and my daughter-in-law's name is actually Vamika, but he's telling me, he said ladki ka naam hai Lavina. This also Sangaji, he's told me in my dream. He's telling me it is his sakshat darshan, and he's telling me the ladki da naam hai Lavina. So I call her Lavina, and it is such a big grace. I can never thank Guruji enough for all his blessings. And I can never, it's a marvel, जिस तरह से बड़े मंदिर जाइदा है, इन्नी संगत हैगी, फिर भी the way the sangat is taken care of, thanks to Gauravji, and thanks to the way that he organizes Bada Mandir. Yes, and it is absolutely beautiful. Guruji da prasad khaida hai, Guruji di mahima kari di hai, and we get everything whatever we desire with his grace. Actually, we don't even know what is right for us and what is wrong for us. छोटी से छोटी, बड़ी से बड़ी चीज he leave it. Even जब हम अगर एक even when you're putting a tikka on your forehead, you think of him and then you put it. And एक ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੀਵਾਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੀਲ ਵੀ ਠੋਕ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ ਨਾ, ਉਹ ਵੀ ਮਤਲਬ ਹਰ ਕਰਮ ਕਰੋ ਤਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ, ਐਂਡ ਉਹ ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਸੀ ਨਾ ਕਿ ਕਰਮ ਤੇ ਕੱਟਨੇ ਹੈ, ਤੇ he leaves it, he makes हमारे कर्म काटने के लिए भी he makes it so simple for us. ਕਿੱਥੇ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਲੋਕੀ ਇੰਨਾ ਪਿਸਦੇ ਨੇ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸੰਗਤ ਨੂੰ ਵੇਖੋ, be it through COVID or be it through all this, when the economy downturn had taken place, ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ in every whatever way ਪੂਰੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਨੂੰ ਇੰਜ ਗੋਦ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਿਠਾ ਕੇ ਫੁੱਲਾਂ ਵਰਗਾ ਰੱਖਿਆ, ਜਿੰਨਾ ਸ਼ੁਕਰ ਕਰੋ ਮੇਰੇ ਰੱਬ ਦਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਘੱਟ ਹੈ। Thank you, Guruji. Jai Guruji, Jai Guruji, Jai Guruji. Please forgive me all the mistakes that I made. संगत जी की गुरु जी की महिमा तो कभी भी नहीं खत्म हो सकती. Satsang sharing can go on and on. There is a never-ending phase to it. At least not for me, because for me, every single day, every walk, every talk, every meal is only Shukrana Mere Malik. Shukrana Mere Malik. Every moment is taken care of by him. Jai Guruji, Jai Guruji, Jai Guruji.